So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome everyone to the Nation Bible Study. In this Bible study, we find entrepreneurial tips from the Bible. Also in this Bible study, we talk about the subject of business, money, lots of good ideas from other books we read in our time. So today we have Jay and I in this Bible study. Jay, want to say hi to everyone?
Hi guys, we are here again to talk about the Bible, to learn from the Bible. We are having very good tips, interpreter tips from the Bible, and I hope you are enjoying. If you are new here, I ask you to subscribe to this podcast, to this YouTube channel, and also share and like. Also, leave your comment down below. You can ask questions for us, and maybe we can be talking about your questions.
Awesome. As the Bible study grows, we'll probably change the structure a little bit, and maybe we can start sharing some of the comments, the other people who watch our videos. Then we can talk about it in this Bible study. But we'll see. Today we are studying Proverbs chapter 3, and we are on New Living Translation version. So if you have the Bible with you, please grab it out. Otherwise, you can find the link to the Bible down in the description. So let's start the section 1 of our Bible study. Share. We share what we do last week, and we're gonna tell you, have we done it? How is it? So I'll go first, and Jason will go next. Last week, I said I would practice the time management methodology. I have learned a little bit of management tips in the past few weeks, and I want to experimenting it. I want to try if it works. So this week I have been tracking my hours I spent on my tasks. So what I did is I split my hours, 24 hours, into 12 windows, and each window equals 2 hours. So every 2 hours I will do one task, and I will see how much I can do within a day. And before I start the day, I will write down my windows and what I will do in each windows. And I have been doing it for a few days, things from Tuesday until today, which is Sunday in New Zealand time. And what I found out is, although I have planned out my day full, 12 windows, but there's always 4 to 3 windows I'm missing. That means I didn't do that. I was marking around, and I was doing something else, chilling. But what that means to me is I'm not 100% productive throughout the day. Somehow I would walk away and chill out and do something else. But I'll keep track of my time spent and see what other information will tell me. That's me. What about you, Jay?
Very good, my friend. About me, I said that I was going to start to read Think and Grow Rich. It was a thing that I said 2 weeks ago, but I didn't. So this week I started to read this book. I already read this book in Portuguese because if you don't know, I'm from Brazil, and now I'm reading in English because it's good for me develop my English skills and also to read feel like the book in its original language. And there is a thing that I notice is that when I am at home, it's really hard to stop what I'm doing and read because I'm trying to do so many things at the same time, and to read is so hard for me. I notice that when I go outside to solve things, that I have to wait for a while to have that thing concluded, so it's easier for me to read. So I noticed that I really need like a time management to put everything in place. Like at this time I'll do this, at that time I'll do that, and so on. But I'm happy because I could start it to read the book, and it's a really good. And I also recommend you to read Think and Grow Read. That's me.
Pretty good. So now we're gonna move on to the second section of Nation Bible Study. Read the script. So I will read the first verse, and Jason will read the second, and we will do that over and over until the end. Are you ready, Jay?
Yes, man, I am. Let's do it.
Cool. My child, never forget the things I have taught you. Store my commands in your heart.
If you do this, you will live many years, and your life will be satisfying.
Never let loyalty and kindness leave you. Tie them around your neck as a reminder. Write them deep within your heart.
Then you will find favor with both God and people, and you will earn a good reputation.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding.
Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take.
Don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil.
Then you will have healing for your body and strength for your bones.
Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce.
Then He will fill your barns with grain, and your vats will overflow with good wine.
My child, don't reject the Lord's discipline, and don't be upset when He corrects you.
For the Lord corrects those He loves, just as father corrects a child in whom He delights.
Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding.
For wisdom is more profitable than silver, and her wages are better than gold.
Wisdom is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her.
She offers you long life in her right hand, and riches and honor in her left.
She will guide you down delightful path. All her ways are satisfying.
Wisdom is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Happy are those who hold her tightly.
By wisdom the Lord found the earth. By understanding He created the heavens.
By His knowledge, the deep fountains of the earth burst forth, and the dew settles beneath the night sky.
My child, don't lose sight of common sense and discernment. Hang on to them.
For they will refresh your soul. They are like jewels on a necklace.
They keep you safe on your way, and your feet will not stumble.
You can go to bed without fear. You will lie down and sleep soundly.
You need not be afraid of sudden disaster or the destruction that comes upon the wicked.
For the Lord is your security. He will keep your foot from being caught in a trap.
Do not withhold good from those who deserve it when it is in your power to help them.
If you can help your neighbor now, don't say, "Come back tomorrow and then I'll help you."
Don't plot harm against your neighbor, for those who live nearby trust you.
Don't pick a fight without reason when no one has done you harm.
Don't envy violent people or copy their ways.
Such wicked people are detestable to the Lord, but He offers His friendship to the godly.
The Lord curses the house of the wicked, but He blesses the home of the upright.
The Lord mocks the mockers, but is gracious to the humble.
The wise inherit honor, but fools are put to shame. Right, we just finished reading the whole chapter. Now we're going to spend 5 to 10 minutes to reread the script, and you feel free to pause the video now and read the script yourself. And we'll come back with the next section, learn. Now we'll move on to section 3 of this Bible study, learn what we learned from the script today. Again, I will go first and Jason will go next. What I learned, I will pick the verse 29. Do not harm against your neighbor, for those who live nearby trust you. Which reminds me a very interesting conversation I heard the other day. I was in this business class and we were learning borrowing and lending on that day. And while we were talking about lending or how to fund your business, where you can get your money from, there's a few options. You have friends and family, and then you have banks and finance companies, and you have other ways, like investors and all that. And the teacher was asking, which would you pick if you need to borrow money? Friends and family or bank and finance company? And I said, well, family and friends. And most of the class, I think all of us who speak out to answer that question said families and friends. But the teacher said, no. Banks and finance company is better. Because you think about it, when you borrowing money from your friends and family, what if it doesn't work out? Your families go broke and you couldn't repay the money, and the relationship is damaged. It can be never repaired. As we know, money is a very emotional subject, and when you lending money to the loved one, the close one, if it didn't work out, the relationship will change. And which ties to this verse 29, do not plot harm against your neighbor, for those who live nearby trust you. So if if you damage the relationship with friends and family, that's pretty hard because you see them every day, or you see them quite frequently throughout the year. But if you damage the relationship with one bank manager or one finance company, you can find another one. Because you didn't know each other, you're not close to each other in the first place. So the relationship is very thin, and it's okay to lose that relationship. That's my interpretation from the class on that day, and that makes me think this verse has some tied to that lessons from the business class. Yeah, and that's me. What about you, Jay?
So very good point of view. It really makes sense. I was talking to my wife a few days ago about it. Like sometimes when we are in debt and you have like you have debt with like bank or borrow money company, and also you have a debt with, you are owing money to your friend or someone of your family. We have to keep in mind in our priority to pay our friends and family, because it will be much harder for them to stay without money than for a bank or a company. You know what I'm saying? Great. That's it. So yeah, like now, what I learned from the scripture is like I'm gonna use verses 5 and 6 when it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take." I said weeks ago that I'm in an age that I can't make mistakes anymore. I know that I will make mistakes. So it's natural for us when we are learning, especially now that we are with this entrepreneur mind. We are gonna make mistakes, but I can't make the same mistakes that I did in the past. So, and these verses is showing me that if I put Lord, if I put God, Jesus in the front of what I'm doing, so if I ask Him to give me wisdom and also give me the answers that I need to keep doing what I'm doing, to be on my business, it says that it will be easier for me to go to the next step. I noticed that I have a certain difficulty to make decisions, especially when I have 2 or 3 options. So I completely get stuck. I don't really know what to do. And I noticed that when I asked God about what to do, so it was so good because He gave me the answer that I needed, and I didn't feel like that I was doing something wrong. A couple of days ago, I made a very hard decision, and in the end, I was feeling like good. Yeah, I was not like, oh, I did the wrong decision. It was right what I did or not, because I asked God. God, give me what I need. What I'm trying to do is the right or not? So what I learned from it, not only in our spiritual life, in our relationships, but also in our business, if we ask God, if we seek for His will, the things will be better. I'm not saying that the things will be good. I'm not saying that we are gonna win everything. We are not gonna get everything that we want, but our path will be easier because we're gonna have more strategies to keep walking, to keep going forward. If you are listening to this podcast right now and you are passing for any troubles or if any struggles, ask God to give you the answer, to answer your question, to give you the right decision. That for me, it is what I learned.
Very good. Now we are moving on to the last section of our Bible study. Do what we are going to do in the coming week. Set ourselves a little goal. To me, what I'm going to do in the following week is keep tracking my time spent. Also work on my professional skills. I'll be working on programming and the technology side, possibly some website stuff. This is what I'm going to be doing. What about you, Jay?
Great. Probably this week I'll have many meetings with my partner on my business to finish our business plan for the company. And well, I'll need wisdom from God to make decisions and also to make everything working good. And another thing that I want to keep doing is to read the book Think and Grow Rich in English. I want to finish this book. So two things that I'll be doing this week: having meeting for my business to set up everything, and also keep reading the book Think and Grow Rich.
Very good. Yeah, I have read the book too in English, and it really makes a lot of sense of things I learned in the past, all the techniques and how to realize your ideas, how to realize your dream. And this book tells you how it works, not in the sort of a fancy level. It's very down to earth. Every human can do it. And yeah, just check out the book if you're really interested. It really opens my eyes and benefits me. And here's the end. This is the end of our Bible study, Nation Bible Study, finding entrepreneur tips from the Bible. And thank you all for your time listening to this podcast. I hope you have some good learning takeaways from this Bible study. I hope you like it. Any last word, Jay?
I would like to say thank you and say to you that, again, if you are having any struggles or concerns, ask God and He'll help you to pass through this situation. So this podcast is to help you out, to have entrepreneur tips, to get in contact with God, and that's it. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.